Wishing you all a happy Ganesha festival. In Karnataka, we say Ganesha Habbad Hartya Subhashigulu. It's one of the greatest Hindu festivals in India. And for the Hindus around the world, Ganesha, the son of Shiva and Parvati, was worshipped in all the houses in India. And the story goes like this, that there was a competition between Shiva's children, Subramania and Ganesha, for a mango. They both were fighting for a mango. And Narayana came in between as a judge and said, okay, whoever goes around the world 3 times will receive that mango. So immediately Subramanian jumps into his vehicle called the Peacock. It's a historical story. And he goes around the world. And Ganesha did not start. When Subramanian completed one round, he saw Ganesha still sitting and eating. And Subramanian said, "You are not even started." Ganesha smiled. Subramanian goes one more round and sees Ganesha still sitting there. So Subramanian is very much sure that he is going to get that mango, going to get that wealth, because he did the job. So Subramanian goes the third round. He completes and he comes here. He asks Narayana, "Look, I completed. Now give me the mango." Narayana says, "Mango has already been given to Ganesha." So how come that? Because I moved and this boy has not moved. He said, "Ganesha, you asked Ganesha what he did." And Ganesha said, "You went around the world. I went around my father and mother 3 times. I understood that is the world. This is not the world. What is that world?" That story was a shocking story. Balagangadharnath Tilak said, "Let every Hindu in India once a year celebrate Ganesha. And then everybody keeps Ganesha before every auspicious occasion to tell the strength is in your house, in your family, in your joint family system, in your family tree. If you cannot learn from your father and mother, from your family, you cannot learn anything. If you cannot find your own wealth from your own heart, from your heart labor, from this body, then you will become a barbarian. You start attacking the wild animals and you start killing the wild animals. You forget to grow agriculture. Wild animals and the forests are your relatives. When you start killing them, then destruction starts. Hence, in the Hindus in India start growing agriculture. Most of them vegetarians or some non-veg. Never mind, it's vegetarian, yes. But they know to love the land. Love your own land. And then people started digging to take the gold. They forget this gold. And that gold was never shashwat. To keep that gold, you need so many security. People, war breaks out, robbery starts. There might be a lot of gold. It looks like a massive big Buckingham Palace, but there is no peace of mind. That was it. And then in the Middle East, they dig and find oil, but there is no peace of mind. The oil is in your body, the oil from your bone. When it burns to the highest temperature, and from the bone, oil comes out. That's how they make the chicken and the vegetable curry. They cut the vegetables and they cook it in slow fire for 45 minutes. And from the vegetable, the water comes. You don't have to pour water. From the vegetable, water comes out. From the vegetable, salt comes out. And there's a little oil also coming in. That when you cook and eat, that vegetable is so tasty. You don't have to put an extra salt. Same on the chicken also. Smallest fire, when you put it up, from the chicken, the water comes out. From the chicken, the salt comes out. And in slow fire, from the bone, the oil comes out. At the end, you can see the chicken is boiled with its own. You have to boil. You are the chicken. It boils of its own. From that, the oil comes out. From that, the gold comes out. People, when they start digging, that was the connecting thing on today's Ganesh Chaturthi. That your Ganesha went around the father and mother 3 times. Not around the world. People who has gone around the world has become barbarians. They got disconnected. And when you got disconnected, then temples and churches and masjid and big factories and cheating and robbing becomes more important. When you're in deep, intimate relationship with your nature, with your with your father and mother. Father and mother means the family. When then they say go around the father and mother means they have more experience. That experience counts. And every one festival, not every one festival, according to Hindu Samskriti, the Hindu culture, every day morning when you get up, you first see the first darshan is your father and mother, or if the grandfather and grandmother, because they get earlier than you. And then before the sunrise, they're all cleaned up the house, waiting for the God, the first rays of sun to walk in. Early birds catches the best prey. Early to rise, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. That connecting link, when they get up and when the children get up, that first thing they do is, yes, put the first saliva into the eyes. Yes, 8 hours of sleeping or 6 hours of sleeping, that body creates their own medicine. Body creates own medicine. That medicine, that saliva you put into your eyes become very strong, and then immediately you move your hand left or right, you see the bottle of water is ready. You drink, the whole bottle can contain around 1 liter, 2 liter, 4 to 5 glasses of water. And then it flushes out the whole body, and then you brush your teeth, you run your finger to press your gums, deep intimate relationship with your body, you touch with your hand, and then you blow out your nostril, anuloma viloma, stomach pumping, you do the Kapalapati, and then you meditate for 5 minutes. Then you go to the Surya, and then look at Surya, stretch open the whole body. Do Surya Namaskar, the 12 steps of our exercise to stretch the whole body, allowing the sun rays to penetrate into your body makes us so healthy. That is the wealth. And when you forget the wealth, you go around. Subramani went around, he lost. That was the connecting link in every house. That reminder has gone. And now father, mother also have lost. They also became a little bit of slaves. Hence, children are thinking father, mother has got no value. But the oldest tradition is early morning when you get up, after you finish the Surya Namaskar, or much before you go to Surya Namaskar, if father, mother is there, you just go and do a Shashtanga Namaskar, a full prostration in front of your father and mother. Prostrate in front of grandfather and grandmother. Prostrate in front of all your elders. Even if they are one day elder to you, you prostrate. That prostration gives you a huge amount of energy. Exercise. At the same time, you feel you are surrendered. Everything has been emptied. That ego is gone from your body. Only you, the fresh retains for you to go. And then go, it goes. When ego goes, it becomes so fresh. Another one story of Ganesha is, Ganesha was sitting with his father and mother, Shiva and Parvati, and he asked, look, the materialistic world is celebrating, right? What you are celebrating? Ganesha festival. I'm so popular. Ganesha tells his mother, I'm so popular. So let me go. So mother said, let us see whether Shiva and Parvati is popular or Ganesha is more popular. So Ganesha said, okay, I will go to the earth and then find out who's popular. So he comes down to the earth, and then he wears his ordinary materialistic dress. He goes and shows all the shops full of Ganesha idols, and people are celebrating. He goes to one of the shop and he asks the shopkeeper, how much is this Ganesha idol? Shopkeeper said, oh, this Ganesha idol is around 500 rupees. And the Ganesha said, he saw Shiva and Parvati's idol also there. He looks at Shiva's Parvati idol and said, how much is that? He said, Shiva's Parvati, that is separate and this is separate. And Ganesha said, Shiva Parvati together, if I can buy together. He said, we usually, if you buy together, then you get a good price. Ganesha asked, okay, if I buy Shiva Parvati and Ganesha together, then no, we don't sell like that. If you buy Shiva Parvati, Ganesha is free. Ganesha was shocked. Shiva Parvati, my value is 500, but if I buy Shiva Parvati, I'm free. So Parvati says, yes, you, as long as your father and mother is there, you have your value. The moment you disconnect your father and mother, it is free. Yes, the donkey takes the idol and was taken from house to house for a great puja. And everybody, when they do the arti for the gods, they put a har and little arti for the donkey. One day the donkey said, "Oh, everybody is doing the arti for me. So why should I pull this idol?" So one day he refuses to pull the idol and he goes runs away. And then he goes in front of every house thinking he's the one who pulled the idol. So every house will give him a lot of respect. He goes in front of the house, people started taking a stick and start beating him. Only then he realized, when I pulled the idol, I got the respect. When the idol disconnected, that's what I'm trying. The family tree is very, very important. The kite is very, very important. When you get up early morning, every day if you do the namaskara, Japanese has done it. Japanese did the first thing. They took the art from here. I don't know whether they will do the namaskar to the father, mother every day. But they found out the wealth in their own country. They created their own product in their own country. And they marketed around the world. Indians knew to only market the yoga, but they did not know how to market the other things. They know to give the philosophy, but did not know to sell. Japanese did the first thing, followed by now China. China is making all the products in China and just dumping it around the world. They made money, and now the whole world starts shivering. You have the wealth, not about the gold and the oil which you dig or go to the forest. Kill the animals and eat. Those who kill the animals and eat have suffered. Those who have grown their own agriculture has always grown. That was the connecting link of the Ganesha festival. Keeping Ganesha to remind you that you have the wealth, you going around your father, mother, going around your family, understanding how much wealth you have. The sunlight, solar, the rainwater harvesting, the wind energy, it continues. This was my insistence from the last 141 short discourse. Happy Ganesha festival to all. This is my 142nd short discourse.